All right. So, what about now? Let me know. So what I did is I just input again. Man, this is effed up. Got to be able to do my show, man. I don't like this shit. What about now, y'all? I'm yelling into the microphone and shit like I'm some crazy yeah, like I'm some crazy teen or something. Yeah. All right. We see how to make sure. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, I heard it, man. It's about time. Damn, this thing is acting stupid. So just keep letting me know if you can hear it uh, when I click this. If you can still hear it. So if you can still hear me, put up a one. So put up a one. Look at Derek Bailey's late ass coming in here talking about somebody late. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, you heard me. Yeah, that's what I was feeling, man. I was feeling like some crazy ass teen, man, yelling and shit. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. So we gotta, yeah. What I did, I had to delete the other microphone, and then I put this other one in. One, two, three, one, one. I got y'all, man. Let me see what y'all got. Let's read it all out driving and listening. That's Bruce. Bruce Gasbox of Jazz and Moore said no volume. It's not me. He said just check. He said Sir Flames up in there. Salute to Eagles. Where salute to the chat. He said and as always he said jab that like button. All y'all neck. He said don't get neck and not in Eagles way of boxing. We got the fire up good with the 100. And of course you got that glove up good, brother. You know what it is, brother. And them things, man. Get off me. Get your ass off me. I was showing my girl another little defensive combination the other day, man. She missed one day this week and she was slipping. I said, girl, you slipping. I said, you got to run that whole combination off. I said, these little kids, I'm going on the internet watching these little kids. I said, they got those hands flowing. I said, you got to get it going. I said, there's a reason behind every little drill that we do. I said, we got to do real life situations. Yeah, I said, somebody throwing hands this way, they doing this, you got to do that. You know what I mean? So, but she'll get back. She'll get back together. Bruce Gasbox and Jazz Moore at Sir Flame. He says, salute. He said, can you hear? Are we all in the hearing situation now? We can all hear, brother. Eagles back up in this piece. You know what I mean? This Sir Flame said, salute at Bruce Gasbox and Jazz and Moore. He said, no sound on my end. Then everybody keeps warning Eagle. Damn, Eagle, where's the sound at? Where's the sound at? I went to another channel to see if I could hear. I still can't. Something messed up at Eagles Way of Boxing. You were silent. My back. What about now? I'm good. Said nope. Now, good. Sir Flame said I can hear you. Sir Flame, it's your own now. Derek Bailey said you late, Eagle, like he always do when he late. When he come in real late, he always say I'm late. That's his job though. Bruce Cats Boxing Jazz more the thumbs up. Crazy ass actor team. Yeah, salute at Eagles Way of Boxing. Derek Bailey, salute back to the brother. Sir Flame with the one, Bruce with the two, and then with the one. Derek Bailey at Sir Flame. Yeah. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more with the one up, and then again at Derek Bailey. Salute, bro. Derek Bailey, I came and checked early and you weren't on. Okay, here you go. Here you go. See, checking in on me. Stay your ass online. You can't be leaving. Hey, stop it, Derek. Bruce, Derek Bailey said, salute at Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more, and then Sir Flame. Salute at Derek Bailey. She says she's not coordinated. I didn't say that, brother. She's just messing up on my drills, man. We get it. No, because what I did is I slipped in. So what I did is I slipped in a combination, and so I got her coming off of a right hook, and then a straight right, and it's making her think too much, because I told her to get the hand back. So in other words, so she wants to throw the hook, but then when we keep doing it, she's just going like this. Instead of throwing the hook, instead of coming across with the hook, she's just going like that. I said, no. I said, look at the way I'm holding the pass. I'm holding it like this for the hook. And then I'm holding it like that for you to throw the straight right. Boom, boom. So my hand is just going like this. But even though I'm turned this way, she's throwing straight, so she's hitting the side of it. She's just not getting. I told her don't look. I said don't look. I said just think. I said you come in here and then. So it's like a turn and then a straight. But she wants to she wants to go straight because I guess she feels like I can't see what she's doing. So I'm like, girl, I'm watching your combination. Your combination they're not coming out like the way your combinations ain't coming out clean like they supposed to come out clean. They supposed to come out clean, You turn that over, and you swing that one over and then get it back. It's like boom, and then you don't have to get it all the way back here. You don't have to get it all the way back here, but and then because it's a different punch. One is turning this way, and then one is coming straight out, and that's kind of that new little combination is messing with her. But she'll get it together. I told her. She said she'll get it together. Yeah, she'll get it together. I told y'all make y'all this limeade there. You're gonna have to hide it, you know what I mean? Just keep a lot of ice in the freezer, but then just put it by your bed, you know what I mean? Put it in like you know how we do, man. Put it in like a jar. Put it in one of them big ass. I never even see them no more, brother. We used to have these big jars. I think my mom called them mason jars. I'm quite sure. I don't know if that's why they was called mason. I think it was. I might be the name of them. I don't never see them. Sometimes I see these ones that's called ball, but I heard they changed the formula, which is crazy. I just heard that on somebody because I don't can foods and shit, but I heard somebody talking about it. Yeah, that they used to be good up for 7 years because they had a good top on them, but now they're making them to where they're only good up to 2 years. It's like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you leave them strong? Why wouldn't you leave them to where they're up to 7 years? Why you don't want nobody to? What I don't know, it sounds suspicious. Like you don't want somebody to survive long. Because I don't know how old you guys' grandparents are or if they're still around, but grandparents, they live off of that. They used to. Yeah, my grandma, she used to do that, man. I used to remember her. I was just a little sprout. You know what I mean? But I still kind of remember, like, peeping up in there, like, wait, what Granny doing? Like, okay, she got these cans in a pot. Big ass black pot with white dots all over it. Big ass pot. When you little, everything's big. That shit seemed like as big as a tub, a bathtub. That shit was huge. And she put all these little pots in there. She have her stuff in there. She used to make the what's that shit called? Jelly? Grandma used to burn on that jelly. She used to make that jelly. She used to make that stuff out of what she used to make them with the plums, the purple plums. She used to make that one. I can't even remember. You eating, you're a little kid. You just don't care as long as you eating. I know she used to make that one. She used to make the grape and whatever else she used to make. Maybe probably berries and all that shit, man. Tear that shit up, man. And you forget about that when you start getting older. And then when you get too old, when I say too old, I mean when you're a grown ass man, and then it's too late. You like missing, what your mom and grandma used to make. Man, I remember back in the day. Now everything's about back in the day. It's because it was never about back in the day. Because back in the day, she wasn't supposed to change. What happened is what they did is they realized, when I say they just figured out, as they realized that if I could make stuff easier for the moms and grandmas and stuff, then they'll stop doing stuff that's so hard for them. And so they slowly started introducing stuff. If you notice some of the first stuff they came out with, and I don't know this to be a complete fact, but for me it seems like, for me just being little, the first type of things they came out with was stuff for breakfast. You know what I mean? They started like coming up with easier foods to make for breakfast, like the frozen potatoes and all that. I don't know how long they've been out. They might have been out before any of us was born, but I don't remember. We never had it because we never had like frozen French fries and stuff like that. We always had, your mom or whatever made sliced the potatoes up and made all that stuff, made all the vegetables. And then when I was little, they had these frozen bricks of food. I don't even know if y'all probably ain't old enough. They used to have these frozen bricks of vegetables. I don't know if they still. I don't see them. I think I have seen some squash, but these like frozen bricks, and that was your vegetables and stuff. They made it easier, so now your parents, your grandparents, your grandma don't have to chop up all the vegetables and make all this stuff. So, and matter of fact, I don't even think, to be honest, I might be dumb, but I don't even think they had. I don't even think they had onions when I was little. I don't think they had like the frozen onions. I don't think they had that. I know they had, when I was growing up, they had the peas. I don't know, y'all grew up later than me, so I didn't have onions. I remember they only, in limited, the vegetables was limited. And I don't even remember fruit. I remember juice. Derek said you had potato duty. I used to put myself on it. For me, it didn't really bother me. And you had to learn, because I didn't, if you cut yourself, you could never do potatoes again. And it was still easy, brother, because we had that little, I got one today, man. It's called a vegetable peeler, I think. Peeler. You take that shit, you turn that shit in your hand and just, you go one way with it. Don't go back and forth. I see some people going like that. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You go one way. You take one strip off of the skin, another like that there. That's it. You're done. You don't go back and forth. Who the hell's, I don't know. People do weird shit. Like, why are you going back and forth, man? You're freaking me out. Going back and forth. I guess I was never like a professional with it, but I just like, I still use it for all my vegetables. I use it for my squash. I use it for my cucumbers. I use it for my potatoes. And whatever else. I use it for my ginger. I still use that little peeler, yeah. But yeah, man, we ate potatoes in the morning. Yeah, but we ate potatoes in the morning. People, I mean, the shit that they got now, man, I go look at it, man, first, and I start reading it, and it says, matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you. I got one in the freezer right now. It's probably got like 10 ingredients in it. It's because I like them. Shit, I might eat them later. Or some of them. And they're called the waffle cut potatoes. And don't ask me where I first got them, because I can't really recall. But I can guarantee you this. It was at a fast food place. It was the first place I had them. It was either at a fast food place or a family restaurant was the first time I had these. And it wasn't even, I'm not even sure how long ago it was. But it wasn't even like, I was damn near today's years old when I found out about the waffle cut potato fries. So I'm slow, man, because I don't go out like that. I don't really, like, if you ask me anything about any kind of new movies and shit like that, I won't know it. You ask me about some old shit, you can ask me about some shit in the 1930s or something, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and I'll be able to answer it even though I wasn't there. I'll still probably be able to answer it because I like older movies. And I'm starting to get more and more into older movies because older movies are giving me and letting me know where I'm at today. The messages that they put out. Right now I'm stuck on this movie. It's called Car Wash. And I'm kind of stuck on that one right now. I'm watching that, trying to get little clues and hints on that one. You gotta listen very carefully. And another one, these are kind of ethnic movies or whatever. And then another one is supposed to be based in New York. It's called Warriors. And I'm watching that. And I'm just dissecting these movies. And sometimes and another good movies to go back and watch. Derek said, let you know how old. Nah, I'm older, but I'm slow, man. I'm a 70s baby, but I'm slow though. I'm slow, man. Believe me. I didn't catch on to a lot of stuff, like street stuff, yeah. But other shit, I didn't catch on to like the products and shit. I guess we just never had it, man. We always bought stuff like, for us, we ate good and bad at the same time. Like we have fresh meat and sometimes fresh only vegetables we had that was fresh was native vegetables, which is squash. That was the main one, was squash, and I'm still a squash lover. I love squash. Peas was fresh. Carrots, potatoes, uh, greens, mustard. I think mustard green, mostly. I think my mom liked mustard greens. But now I like moringa, which I gotta check and find out if they still have this flea market. Not a flea market, but over on at one of the hospitals, the Veterans Hospital, they have moringa. That's supposed to have the most vitamins out of any plant, like any vegetable, any green leafy vegetable is supposed to have the most vitamins out of any of them. It has the most. Derek said I only go back 22 years, Eagle. He said, so I don't know. That's okay, brother. Hey, you'll get up there, youngster. If you just a youngster like that, I feel bad for you, man. You got to be here longer than me. I guess to get the hell out, man, you going to still be here on this bullshit. Man, I could not imagine. Can you imagine doing the whole ride from the day? Can you imagine? Just think about it, man. Think about how sad would you be right now if you was just if you was 5 years old right now and you knew it. How sad would y'all be if you was 5 years old right now and you knew everything that you know right now, and you still like awakening up to all the bullshit that happens. You know what I mean? We still gotta wake up to all this shit. You know, because that's what we do. We wake up to bullshit like every day, all day, every day. We wake up to a lot of bullshit. I don't know what I would do, brother. Yeah, hey, shit, I'm not even, to be honest, no cap, man. Even if I was 22 like you, brother, if I was 22 like you, man, I don't know how I would handle it, man. I'd be walking around with my head down, man. My head would be down so low it'd be touching my toes, man. I'd be sad, like, oh wow, this is what I'm into now. This thing, what you got to grow up with now, man. Think about it. You got these threats of corona, monkeypox. You got all this shit, man. And that's just some of. I don't want to say it. I'm just saying. If you got all them shots in your system and shit, the chances are your body's gonna erupt with some shit. And they're not finished. They're not finished. This shit is gonna go on. Probably one of their anniversary years, they'll come up with another stronger one or something like that. If we let them. That's if we let them. If the people let them. If we do not shut the shit down, if people down there, if they do not shut down like the company, the 3-letter company, if they don't shut them down, the ones that sound like, the name sounds like they're controlling stuff. It sounds like they're doing something to control. That one. The ones that sound like they're trying to control all the sicknesses and stuff, that company, if we don't shut them down and just stop these tyrants from running our lives, then we're in trouble. And especially the babies that are being brought up right now, they're in a lot of trouble, man. They just not going to have a good... The pursuit of happiness never existed, man. Let me get politically crazy just for a second. I'm not gonna say nothing to be getting myself shut down, hopefully. I'm not trying to get banned in other countries like we have before. Oh, hell to the no. Derek said, did you get your monkeypox back? No, brother. No, I choose death, brother. I choose death over letting these fuckers shoot me up with some more shit. I choose death, brother. I ain't trying to be a fool, but I ain't trying to be nobody's fool. You know what I mean? I'd rather make my own calls, brother. It's just what it is. That's what it is. Yep. Well, so that's what that's what my observation was there when you say he said the problem is that people that are coming up now are a little bit more compliant. Um, what I was saying is that if you had your mindset now and you was 5 years old, you'd go crazy. You probably couldn't make it because you just be like you'd be all worried about shit or just like you be trying to spread the word about stuff and it's like nobody's gonna listen to you. It's just like me today. It's like nobody's gonna listen. I had a discussion. Don't worry, we got but one fight this weekend that I know of, and I think that's Ortiz. So I'm not even. We're gonna talk boxing too though. So just don't trip. Don't freak out on Eagle. Okay, so I seen this discussion coming up, and so the thing is, I wanted to get my, I needed to get my point across, and a lot of times it's hard to get your point across, but I need to get my point across because they was asking. This is a silly question, but it seems silly, but it's not. They were asking when should your birth date really be? You said because you're conceived first, right? Said you're a baby, you're 9 months into the womb, and then you come out, and then you got to wait another year before you're actually a year old. Which makes sense, though. That means you're probably 21 months old, but you wasn't complete until you came out. You're not complete until you come out. Just like a hen having an egg, she lays the egg. Is that when it starts? Because if you think about it, it doesn't really start until the egg hits a certain temperature before the life actually starts. So they were talking about that, and so I just told them, I said, look, I said, you are born when you are birthed. And you guys can figure this out because you guys are pretty intelligent. So you guys figure this out. So when you're born at your birth, right? First of all, why do they call it a birth? Because they call it a birth because that's the way they look at you. You're looked at as just being a property, a ship. So when you're born, you take your birth on this port, this giant port, what they call the United States. You take your spot there. They give you your shipping number, which is your birth certificate number. And at that point, you no longer exist as a man or a woman. You don't exist. Right? Even your father and mother, they don't reckon, they call them parents. Because that both of them, the pair of them is renting you. And you just come in. You come in, they stamp you with a corporate number. So you're here, that's why when you talk about Black Lives Matter and all this kind of stuff matters, none of it matters. None of this shit matters because you don't exist to these people. You're just a corporation. You're nothing. You're just a number. You're just a number. The man in you does exist for real. As in nature, you do exist. But as far as them, you're just a number. And they occupy a land with all these different numbers. So you're all these different independently moving around and walking around corporations. That's all you are. You're just like a little corporate. You don't even know. That's why they can your corporation either goes by your EIN or it goes by your SSN. And everything you got to get license and everything else through a corporation. But then you realize, how could they even take a corporation to court anything? So if you actually stood up in court, if you knew the laws, you can stand up in court and you can win any case by telling them that that's not the person that they're talking about. You're just the trustee. You're the trustee of that name for that corporation. You're just a trustee. Or you tell them you hold trust over it. So you hold trust over that name. So you go to court, you make the judge the trustee. So yeah, you the trustee now. So make him discharge it. Any kind of debt that you had to that court, you make him discharge it under his authority. If it's some kind of payments or fines or something, put that in his lap. But there's a certain way how to do it. That's the only way you can become, or you're recognized as a man or a woman. Even when you travel, people think you got to have license and all that. No, because you're traveling as a man. You're not traveling as a corporation. And license is only for for commerce. That's what it's really for. But it's a lot to it. But get into it and see. We got to start practicing as people. We have to just start practicing. Being natural man and natural woman. We got to practice that a lot more. Said living, breathe, the living man. Even if the government gave you a title for a corporation, they're still living man and living woman. And we got to, try to figure that out. How could we incorporate that into our life to make our life more comfortable? So that way they don't have the dictatorship over us, because this is a dictatorship. People just don't even know it. If I'm a corporation and I didn't agree to be a corporation, then why am I a corporation? Anything you sign it with a corporate. You signing your whole, the nature of you sign that away. Anytime you make a signature, you're signing that away. There's ways to do it too, though. I told you guys that before. The way when you sign something, I told you what to put before it, because you don't want to sign your nature away. You know what I mean? But it's sad, because like I said, you come into a birth, which is a spot. That's like a spot that they gave you. That's why you birth at your hospital. That's like your port. That's like the dock. You know what I mean? The United States would be the port, and that hospital is like the dock. They start stamping you with numbers. You never wonder why you get stamped with so many numbers? Shameful, brother. It's shameful the way they do us and make us feel like you're free. You're not free. If I'm free, then take that stamp away from me. Then on top of that, they make it even worse now, because they want to watch everything you do and observe you. You're like a lab experiment. I'm sorry. A lot of people don't want to hear that. Oh, Ego, don't talk about that kind of stuff. But you're like a lab experiment. They watch everything you do. Like, they're taking pictures of me right now. I'm projecting over to you guys, and I got phones and stuff that's taking pictures of me all day. You got phones and shit that's taking pictures of you all day. They're curious. They want to see all of our movements. They want to see how we react to this, they want to see everything. And why would you want to observe everything if it's not a test? If it's not an experiment, why do you need to see everything? So you can pretend like you're something that you're not. But Derek said, like, the chip you can get, they want people to get, and you won't need cash or any cards. Yeah, they already got that. It's on the experimental basis, but it's like the tip. I seen one, and it's like a little capsule. It's shaped like a capsule. As y'all know, this is like a capsule, right? That's shaped like a capsule. That's not a capsule, top of a pen. But it's shaped like that. But they're real small, where they just inject it like right here, in here. You can put your hand up, boom. Scan. That is sick, man. That whole shit is sickening for them to even think about doing that. But they're doing it, and it's just because the people that they have now today is just so compliant. And we got all these teachers. We got young kids and girls want to teach everybody everything. Now, some of the information they got, I don't knock it. But some stuff, girls or young guys aren't supposed to be teaching. You're not supposed to be throwing the older ones. Like myself, Derek, I'm a grown-ass man. They'll take me, OG, and this and that, and just throw me underneath the bus. Some. Like, most of that shit you hear, like I see it over the internet. But I'm going to be honest with you. When people see me and talk to me, I don't get none of that shit. The youngsters, they want to hang around. Like when I go to the city, shit, they pull up a chair. They want to pull up a chair and listen to what I got to say. That's respect. But it's not like that. A lot of times, people say, they call it old heads. That you over 29, now you're an old head. Everybody old head. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about too, though, besides boxing. Because I keep hearing people always disrespecting the older athletes because they think it's old versus young. It's not. The eras are no different. There's no difference. You got 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 hands, same thing. 1 head. It's the same thing. So if you take like athletes from the past and you try to put them with the athletes today, that's not what you do. You take the athletes from the day and you put them in the past, and this is what you have to do. If you're going to do either one of those things, if you take the athletes from the day, they got to do everything with the conditions that they had to do it back then. When it came to track and field, they had to run on rocks. And so that means you had to run on rocks. When it came to shoes, some of them ran barefooted, and some of them had on these heavy ass shoes. And now you guys wearing shoes that this weigh ounces for track and field. You guys got new materials, you got stuff to help, you got better spikes, you got better tracks, all that. So you got to take in consideration, if you take some of these old naturally gifted athletes like that and give them the same thing that you had, how fast you think they would have been? Somebody like Bob Hayes or something like that, Jesse Owens or something like that, how fast you think they would have been? How far you think he would have long jumped in if he had the better shoes on and all that? It's no different. If you're an athlete, you train up to the standard of what you got to train up to today. Like I wouldn't play a little bit of basketball like 3 weeks ago. And I haven't played basketball in like a year, 2 years. I went out there and, I was still pulling down boards or whatever. It's like, these guys, they're no different. They got fancy little moves and shit, but your body only moves so many different ways. And I was D'ing this guy up, and I was supposed to have somebody who was going to be working inside, but I had a guy that was like shooting threes and shit. I had to watch his ass. I was getting tired. I was like, damn. 3 years, I ain't even been out. 2 years, I ain't even been out, played a little bit of basketball. And I held his ass. He wasn't getting nothing. But he wasn't guarding me, though. He had somebody else switching up to guard me. So it's no different. If you're a good athlete, you would have been a good athlete back then. You'll be a good athlete right now because you still got some older players that will still beat your ass no matter what your skill set is. They'll still beat you. You younger, you think you got different moves, you'll still lose because you're not used to what he's doing. He's used to what you're doing because he's been following it all the way up to now. Now, on top of that, we talk about older athletes and stuff like that. Like people would think, like I always bring this guy up. I don't necessarily like him. I don't dislike him. He's mean. But even when I bring up somebody like George Foreman, I said George Foreman will still knock people's ass out. So what would be your excuse then? Oh, you can't mess with the younger. Mike Tyson will still knock people's ass out. Matter of fact, George Foreman was the oldest heavyweight, right? So it's like, y'all stop putting age on it. It had nothing to do with age. There's certain people that hold a certain status. It doesn't matter. Now, if you matched up certain people, like an older guy would tell you, no, I probably couldn't play with you guys. You guys are up tempo. He's just being humble. Because if it was for the money that you guys make now, believe me, that older athlete would be training just like you guys train. Matter of fact, he would be training even more. He would be more disciplined because he's not going to be going out to party and all that. He's going to be more disciplined because he knows that the money's there and everything else. Because you got to realize if you're taking these guys, the only way, if you're going to do this kind of scenario, you got to realize these guys are taking their mindset with them. And their mindset is going to be way, it's going to be way deeper when it comes to like concentrating and getting done what they got to get done. If they was at a young mindset and came up, then it would be different. They might be doing the same shit you guys are doing. But no, they're going to be even much more dedicated. So that's one of the hates. Like I said, they got the color. One thing is the color, and the next thing is the age. That's how they separate it. They separate us by, I think it's age first, as color and sex. And then now it's not sex, it's sexual orientation too. And height, shortness, fatness, size. That's how they separate us. That's what I'm saying. I don't separate from I don't care nothing about a guy that considers himself being white. I'm not going to separate myself from him. I might need him. I can't base my hate on just your color. That's dumb. Because that way I don't leave any room, Derek Bailey. If I hate because of just color, Derek Bailey, if I only hate because of color, look, if I only hate because of color, that I don't have no. What else can I hate? I can't. If I only hate because of color, that means if I hate because of color, I'm limiting my hate. Hell no, I'm not going to limit my hate, brother. If I need to hate more, I can't just hate color because I need to hate a whole lot of shit. But let's say, for instance, if I limit my hate to something like evil, it make more sense. If I see something as an evil act, even if they think it's an evil act or not, if I see it as an evil act, if I save my hate for evil, then guess what? I'm okay. I don't have to open up my hate for anything else. Okay, I'll just hate evil. Okay, you do what you gotta do. But if it's evil act, then I hate that. You see what I mean? It's a lot better than hating for just color. Because I know too many people they're decent people of all colors. They just cool. Man, and a lot of people, they don't get along with the Asians, man. Please. Man, Asians is so cool. I mean, some of them can be assholes at restaurants and shit, but if you know them, Asians is some cool ass people, man. Believe me. I just helped this lady to get some water at a store. I used to go to her restaurant. All I did was help her get some water, man. And I started going, when I go to her restaurant, she tried to give me extra stuff. And just for getting some water, because I was tall compared to her, just from getting some water off the shelf. It's just that, we don't get to know each other, and so we think a certain way. I'm not saying none of them can't be assholes. Yeah, of course. But no, if you get to know people, man, please, I got a whole routine, brother. I got like a map. I got a routine of like places I go where I get a hookup at. And just the person leave, I'm like, oh shit, there go my plug. I'm like, I'll go here. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I ain't pay no money here. I went over here. I ain't really pay nothing, just a little bit of this, and I went here, there. I'm like, man, I got a whole run. I make a whole run. But if you hating this shit, if you hate people like, oh, I can't stand that white motherfucker. Okay, well, you do that, brother. But guess what? That white motherfucker might be able to help you out. I know a white guy, he does body work on cars and shit. Think I'm gonna mess that up? Nah. I know people do mechanic work. Think I'm gonna mess that up? Nah. Know somebody at the food store. Just gonna give, I don't have to, be paying for bags and all that, because they make you pay for bags out here. I don't have to pay for bags out there. No, I know somebody that owns the store, but you ain't got to pay for nothing. You go up in there. Man, y'all, Asian, Indian, white, native, brown skin, whatever, African American, whatever y'all. And I'm going to tell you, this ain't the show for it, but y'all stop using black and African American. Become a nation, man. Y'all got to start claiming a nation. Just look back, man. Find out what your nation is. If your parents or your grandparents or something, if they're around, they're going to say, hey, we just nation. Claim that nation. Whatever it was, that's what you claim. Don't claim all this other shit. Stop claiming shit. Stop claiming shit that don't exist, that don't matter. Because guess what? You don't matter. Your corporation don't matter when you first get here. So if you don't matter because you're just a corporation, and then you name a corporation that they really don't care about, now you got two negatives. And they're not two negatives plus each other or times each other. They're two negative minus each other. So you're going further and further back. The more negative you add, the further back you go. The Russians are saying, I heard this on another forum. The Russians are saying that, what's her name, Griner? They're saying that basketball player is a man. The one that's supposed to be a female. That's crazy. Yeah, well, I was like, duh, like you don't know that. On certain shit. Yep. Yeah, they tell you exactly how they track you. Derek said they don't tell you how they track you. Yeah, they track you because as soon as you sign up for something, that's their tracking device. You ever wondered that? Because Google, most of the stuff, if you look at it, if your computer, how many people got a computer where they didn't have to get anything that said Google on it? If you didn't, this somebody names them. If you don't have to have Firefox, think about it. If you don't have to have Firefox, if you don't have to have Safari, if you don't have to have Chrome or Google, let me know to use your computer. If you don't have that, that's the tracking device right there, because you have to activate it. You have to pay a subscription to have a certain level there. And also, I think you got to pay a certain amount to have your privacy. But if you just have it, they can track you no matter what. Your car don't have to have a GPS. They track your ass with your phone. They know the address to your phone. That's why they can activate it in certain places. You can buy your phone one place and have it activated somewhere else. Anyway, Derek said, hey, that mere fact that they playing those Chuck Taylor canvas ass sneakers. What you know about some Chuck Taylors, man? You got to be older than 22 if you're using the word Chuck Taylors. He said Chucks. Or Chucks. We just call them Chucks, brother. Didn't Snoop call them Chucks, right? Chuck Taylor's canvas ass sneakers. He says, yeah, all respect in the world for me. He said 100%. Yeah. No shit. And matter of fact, on top of that, they low top. Yeah, they said that, brother. I got some camouflage Chuck Taylors. I wear them like once. I haven't even had them that long. I wear them like, I would say 2 or 3 times a year, but it's getting less and less. I'll try to keep them up. I don't want to lose them, man, because the only pair I've seen like that. I wear them when I wear my camouflage stuff. Sometimes I put them on. Yeah, I love them shoes. Yeah, I wear my Chucks. It's actually a dance shoe. It's actually a powwow shoe. If you don't wear moccasins, then you wear Chucks. Yeah. He said you don't have to have those. Nah, you definitely don't have to have. But that's a damn shame, brother. All the stuff you got to sign up for is already there. It's just an activation code. You ever think about that? All these smart TVs, you pull them up, and you got all. How could you have everything on there? When you pull up your screen, it'll say Netflix, Showtime. That means you already got it. You just got to activate, because they have so much of it on there to where they ain't downloading nothing. I guarantee you, if you got a sign, if you don't have Netflix and you got a sign on your television that says Netflix, once you sign up, it ain't going to be no kind of downloading or nothing. That means you already got it. You just need the key to crack that shit open. That's all that is. Shit, yeah, all them services you pay for in your car. Yeah, they track you from that also GPS, everything. Yeah. Just like they got that, what is it, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's Chevrolet. Who does OnStar? I think it's Chevrolet, right? I don't think I got OnStar. I had OnStar. I got OnStar in one of my cars. I had it. I got rid of it, but I had the OnStar. So that OnStar, that tracked the shit out you. Because you can use it for an emergency, so you know it's connected. All the stuff you got. You call that roadside assistance and they can find you. They're pretending like they can't find you. But they can. They looking right at you. They looking at your face while they telling you that they don't know if they can find you. Because they got their hidden camera in the car. They looking at Derek with his eyes big and shit, looking like, oh shit, yeah, I'm out here stuck in the desert. They got your ass. Derek said, yeah, I remember Verizon tried to sneak in their boxes back in the day. Oh, okay, a camera so they can watch you from the box. Right. All that stuff still exists, man. I don't trust them. They found that these phones, like the phones, they actually found like they actually have another little hidden camera. They can't hide mine. I'm looking right at it. They got 1 or 2 hidden cameras on the front of your phone and on the back of your phone. And if you got an infrared sensor, you can see the shit flashing, like taking pictures of you. Every once in a while, I stick my middle finger up at my phone just to make sure. Like, are you catching this one too? So they'll be in shock once they get that picture. Oh shit, he's up there. They're on to us. Yeah, of course. We know what you're doing. They probably have no shame. They have no shame whatsoever, man. You're right, brother. He said they can start your car for you too. Yeah, I actually had that shit. I had it for, what was it? I think I took like the 6 months or something like that. It was 6 months, or it may have been less, whatever it was. I took that shit for free, and it's a trip, man, because I could put a number in on my phone, and I could start my car up. Like I could be in the city. I start my car up, and then walk to my car, and my car is already warmed up. It's already started, and I'm a long ways away. I'm not even like, say for instance, I'm not even like, you know how you're in your house or whatever, and you can push the button. You can hang out the window and push the button and start your car. I'm a long ways away. I'm like 4 or 5 blocks away, starting my car up. It's always a cool little feature, but who really needs that? Do you really need to start your car up like that? I mean, maybe if you live in Alaska somewhere, you live somewhere nice and cold, yeah, you might need to start your car up. Yeah. But let's get back into it, man. Hopefully y'all gained something. Hopefully I didn't run everybody off. Looked like Sir Flame ran his ass off. Where you at, Sir Flame? I got Keith laying down. Oh, Keith. Okay, look like we got another sub too, Derek. We got another sub that snuck in on us. Let me see who it is. Let me go back here and see who we got. Or does it say? Oh no, we got Miriam G. Somebody else. It doesn't. Maybe they got a fake profile or something. Because it doesn't really show them. It doesn't show who it is. It's all good. Yeah. But let's get into a little bit of this boxing or whatever. Yeah. Sir Flay was crying, Derek, when you told him my girl they had no coordination. Yeah, she got coordination. She just hits too hard. That's all. She's not. She's just not very. She ain't very dainty, man. You look at her. She is dainty. Like, I mean, she's not dainty. She's not no. I don't even know. She's not like the. I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, I guess I used the right word. Is it dainty? Well, how do you say it? Dainty? Am I fucking up on words? I don't know. She's just not like a woman. I mean, this real gentle. When she's, you know, in her workout mode, put it that way. She just take everything. She just like takes on a whole nother persona, where she don't have to be as hard as she is, but she's like extra hard. I say, girl, you don't have to be that hard. Just throw the punches out. You know, get them back. We're going through a drill. Let them flow. Like, But she like, she making sure she throw everything hard. She want everything to be a damn knockout punch. So, girl, everything can't be a knockout punch. You kind of try to knock everything out. She hit me in the inside of my arm, not like hard, but right in the nerve. I told her, I said, you know, would you hit somebody right in there? You know, it don't take much when you hit them in the right spot. Like, caught me right in the nerve, man. I said, girl, you paralyzing my arms and shit. I told her, you paralyzing my shit. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think she doing some of this shit on purpose. I said, girl, you doing this shit on purpose. You gotta be. You ain't slipping up. You trying to hurt the ego. Yeah. I didn't even know this cap. Oh, Deion Sanders said he'll knock out. Said he'll knock Earl Spence out. Deion Sanders stupid. And we still got this coming up. Oscar De La Hoya. I don't know if I can trust him. He looks all kind of wild in the eyes lately. I don't know what's wrong with Oscar, man. Oscar looks wild. But he's saying that they're working on the Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. So we can see how that go. And this one would be crazy here, though. If this happens, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but they saying LeBron James might go play with his son back in Cleveland. This thing, if he went back and played with his son and they actually won something, god dang. That shit would be crazy. LeBron and Bronny on the same team, shit. But I know his other son has to do at least a year, right? College. Bryce. I heard Bryce supposed to be like about 6'6" already. Yeah. I'm just going through some headlines for y'all. Yeah, I talked about the old, people still coming up with this thing, old school versus new school or whatever. People coming up with that shit, and like I said, I hope I can have a big debate on it because people, what it is, a lot of people that talk this shit is they're not athletes. They've never been athletes. I've been an athlete all my life ever since I was a little kid. I've been an athlete. I've been doing crazy shit and athletic type of shit. So some people, if you've been doing it all the time, you know. And it's also mentality. Don't try to don't challenge somebody when they just because they older. You think you'll do something. You'll be like that boy that was in that ring, where you look at this old man. He got on a sweater and shit and long pants, and he throwing his hands like he beating the shit out this dude. It's like stop, man. If you're not a competitor, if you don't compete in that sport, you don't know. And if you only competed for a couple of years, you don't know. Another thing about Will Smith. I don't know if y'all know the comedian George Wallace. I was listening to that. George Wallace went completely crazy on Will Smith. He said, F all the Smiths. He said even F the Smithsonian Institute. He said he was going off on some Smiths. So that's another thing. Y'all might want to check him out, George Wallace, when he said F Will Smith. That shit was funny. Yeah. But the reason we get so competitive and our mouthpiece starts to run a lot is because that's just because athletes and everybody else do the same thing. They trash talk. Yeah. And then so we end up trash talking. Simple as that. That's it. We're going to talk crap, you talk crap. That's all it is. Now, we didn't get the Jake Paul fight because Jake Paul, I guess they was bringing up some kind of rumor or something that Hasim Rahman Jr. Just wasn't going to make the weight or something like that. I heard that, I didn't listen to suspect Sean Porter, but somebody said that Sean Porter had already predicted that Jake Paul was going to pull out of the fight. That he already knew he was going to pull out of the fight. So I just don't know. For me, I really don't give a shit about those kind of fights because I'm waiting for somebody to actually knock these boys out to get them out of boxing. But the money's there and entertainment value's there because, like I told you guys before, we keep going back and you got to realize that Floyd Mayweather said it. He said it's sports and entertainment, and everybody has to understand that. Yeah. 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 You said she isn't a Demir. Who's that? Am I lost? Did I lose one of my subjects? Who I was oh, okay. Yeah. You talking about my girl? Yeah. Joyce versus Parker. Who you got? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Joyce. Parker's gonna lose because just from boredom he's gonna lose. He'll probably lose just because he gets bored. He can win, but it's probably he get bored. Yeah, he said he want to play with his son. Yeah, the younger son is taller. Yeah, the taller one. I think he better than Bronny. I don't know if he better. He's going. Well, a lot of times the little ones I'm growing. I got two kids where I'm at now that's growing up together, and I remember that they're both little, so they're probably 4 and 2 respectively, right? So the little 4-year-old was scared of everything. Then he starts getting used to doing stuff, and then he has a little baby brother. Now his little baby brother about 2 years old. The baby brother, he ain't scared of shit. A 2-year-old, he already riding a scooter, and he's 2 years old. When he first got on it, he used to run into me and everything. He can't steer, but now he's steering and everything. He want to go down the block. I mean, big blocks. And here you talking about a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old that wants to go a quarter of a mile away from the house or more. That he can just keep going. And his mom like, no, you can't go that far. He just too brave, man. He'll go out in the middle of the street like that. He don't have that kind of sense like, little kids, they don't, the repercussion part of their brain doesn't exist. They just do. They learn how to do shit and they just do. And as far as broken bones or getting killed or hurt, absolutely no thought process whatsoever. So hopefully she watch. We just got to watch his little butt a little better, man. Yeah. Derek Bates said that dude on mitts on two and not gloves. Yeah. He said I saw the video with my timeline, but I haven't watched it yet. You talking about the Sean Porter? He said no, that's what people are saying, that he may be better than Brony. Yeah, but a lot of times your bigger brother don't let you. Your bigger brother don't let you win nothing. I couldn't win nothing. I couldn't win nothing. But I grew up, man. When I grew up, man, it was a wonderful time for us. Like, man, it only lasted so long, brother. When you little, I mean, you grew up with all kinds of protection. The whole neighborhood protect you and all that. It's not like that no more. Everybody try to see who they can benefit from, who they could beat and steal from, and rip off, and that's what they do nowadays. It's not the same, man. When I grew up, it was a lot different. When I grew up, it was like, oh, anybody say something or do something to you, I got your back, man. Everybody was on that. They wish somebody would. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, I wish somebody would, man. Just let me know, little, let me know, little brother, I got it. It's not like that no more. It's just not like that. I mean, with people that I'm with now, ain't nothing gonna happen to me without something going down. But I'm just saying, you get fortunate enough to be around people like that. I don't hang out with people like that, but the people that you do hang out with, at least hang out with people that are going to have your best interest. You know what I mean? I got to go back and look at some more of this track and field, because I didn't know they were still going after the world championships and stuff. So let's just go back. A lot of people saying that Jake Paul lied. They putting up liar. But what you expect out of somebody who's not really a fighter? He probably had to think about it. Like, I might get my ass whooped. You got to think about it. And then there's another thing. I don't know if this is on your timeline, but I guess Earl Spence was saying that Rolly is his son. Rolly talks shit about Earl like he want to fight Earl, but guess what? Rolly has to move. He got a lot of people to fight. He can fight Boots or something. Boots is gonna beat the dog shit out of Rolly. Rolly moving up to 147. I know he got that heavy. He might have heavyweight punching power, but the brain ain't there. I don't know who he gonna beat. Maybe he'll fight Keith or something. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what it is. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna see exactly what it is. We'll see if how Rolly do, if he's really gonna move. I don't know why he's making such a big move, man. When he was just at 137, 135, right? Why you jumping up 12 pounds? You just got knocked out at 130. I don't know, man. How these fighters think? How do you think that you're gonna win or do something at a weight that's way higher than where you just get knocked out in one weight and then you go up and fight it? I don't know who you're going to fight. It didn't work for Barrios. It didn't work for him. He didn't necessarily get knocked out. But he got beat up. I'm going to say he got beat up. Even if you guys don't say it. Yeah. And I think the reason, if Haney can't get like a Tank fight, I probably know what it is though. Haney gonna come in big. I don't know. He's just too. I don't think none of the traps is gonna work. See, Tank is only when it comes to somebody who's real slick like that. Tank is a great boxer, and I'm saying his skills might even be better. But when the height wise and all that, and just because of, see, a lot of people, like when you look at boxing and you say, the skill set, that's what makes the fight. It's a certain skill set. But you got to take in consideration a lot of other things sometimes too. Though. You got to take in consideration the party's um, body type and all that type of stuff too with the style. So nobody really talks about that. If he's tall and has a certain style, no matter how good you could be better than him, a lot of times you can't beat him. See, it's like with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has a certain style that a lot of fighters that's shorter than him, you're not gonna beat that style. No matter what, you can be a better boxer, but you're not gonna beat it. If you taller, yeah, like Tyson Fury is a little bit just tall enough to win. But if had Wilder known that, Wilder can learn, a different style, or just add some other stuff. It's a lot of times you keep your style, but you add a few things, add a few wrinkles to your style. And I would say that because of his offensive style, I would think that a defensive move for him would have probably been the best thing for him. Because defense will it's going to lead to offense. You know what I mean? Your defense is going to lead to offense. If you get somebody so desperate, they just realizing no matter what they do, they can't catch you. And you're changing the way that it is, like say for instance, I can't catch you because you're ducking. Okay, now I'm getting used to your ducking, so now I'll try something else. So I make it so you still can't catch me. Now I'm not ducking, I'm turning. You know what I mean? I'm turning this way, I'm turning that way. Okay, now you can't catch me. Now you learn how to catch me then. So now I'm backing up. I'm changing the distance between me and you. Now you get caught up, you catch up to that, now I'm ducking. Or I'm maneuvering you or spinning you. Now I done so many things that you don't know when I'm gonna do it or what I'm gonna do. So now the playing field is actually even out now. I might even have an edge because now you're more hesitant. And think about this. You never had to think about my offense the whole time. Because all this stuff was defensive moves that I'm telling you about. All of it was defensive moves. See? And since it's all defensive moves, that means you haven't got, you never had to think about the offense. But now I'm going to make you think about that offense. See? That's how you get yourself back into it. Because all I've been doing is trying my best to get you. I haven't been landing nothing good. The rounds have been close. I think I might have lost. It might be even, and I'm still not getting to you. Guess what? I'm gonna still try to get to you. Right? I'm gonna still try to get to you. Yeah. But if a fighter can't change up, if you can't make chess out of something, if you can't make it into a chess match, just forget it. If your style is just one of those styles where you just ain't gonna work out for you. I'll say it that way. If it's not gonna work out for you, then I ain't gonna tell you just hang your gloves up, but you have to be able to make it to where it's gonna work out for you. Yeah. Derek said, but the bigger brother is not really bigger. Yeah, he's wider. I think he might weigh more. Yeah, he said, now that's what people are saying, that he may be better than Bronny. Yeah, I read that. Yeah. Derek said, we lost a community. I remember it also. Remember that back in the day? 22 years ago? Derek said 22. Yeah, brother. No. Because a lot of times people don't understand that even when it came to gangs and all that, it wasn't about no gangs. It was about, just about respect for your place. Because even back then, man, how long people been stealing? Did people just start stealing and robbing within the last 50 years? Or that shit's been around for thousands of years? I'm quite sure, but 500 years ago, whatever, I'm quite sure you've seen people walking around like this without that hand that they stole with. It's always been like that. It's like somebody meaning somebody harm. It's like the come up. Just because the language changed don't mean that the events hasn't changed. That's just the language, my friends. All it is like the language. It has shit to do with anything else. It's just the language has changed. Everybody always want to come up. Oh, look, I get to come. I got to plug. Everybody always wanted a plug. Just because the names changed don't mean nothing. Everybody always wanted a plug. Everybody always wanted to come up. You see? None of that shit's changed. Everybody think it's something new. Oh, this is something new. Like you're an inventor. Oh, we invented something. You ain't invented a damn thing. Sit your ass down. You ain't inventing nothing. Tell them, Dad, what to do. Sit your ass down, acting like you invented some shit. Shit. Me and Derek Berry, we proprietary facts and factors of new shit. We just letting y'all borrow everything. We just letting y'all have it. We letting y'all borrow shit. Y'all borrowing the shit that we already been done that. But yeah, the whole thing is we got to get back to the whole, keep our community safe. And I don't care if your neighborhood, if you got to post up signs what your rights are. That we're not going to tolerate any one of our brothers and sisters, no matter what their color is, in our neighborhood. We're not going to put up with them being violated against. Because the government ain't scared of us. If the government is scared of the people, then they cool. If they know they're going to get pulled out of office, because we got to, see, we never petition to have things put on the ballots to where if we don't like what you've done, that the people can impeach your ass, get your ass out of there. See? And if it is there, people don't know what section it's under. But we need to put one that's clear. We have to have one that's clear. Like, if you effing up, you're out of here. And they'll start acting better because, hey, I don't want to lose my job. I get a good pension if I make it through this term. Yeah. Derek said, that woman, Diami, she was long jumpers. I think that's her name. She has a big butt. She's from Africa. Oh, you talking about the triple? I think you're talking about the triple jumper. She has real long legs and stuff. All that head power. She dragged right across the whole box. Yeah. Oh yeah. And Barrios can box too. You're right. Yeah, he damn sure can box. I think you're talking about the girl that does. She does a different kind of. I think she doesn't do long jump. I think she does like the triple jump. I've seen this one tall. She's about 6'5" or something. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. She's tall. There's one and she's tall, man. Yeah, she got a little shapely on. She's shapely on her. Yeah, shapely. Yeah, I seen her. I'd be scared of that girl, man. That girl got some legs on her, Derek. Her legs come up to my shoulders, brother. I don't know. Let me see. For Eagle, for me. Like if I was going to just go off a body type, yes, you can jump. But yeah, if I was going to go off a body type for me, I actually like short girls. I actually like little shorties for some reason. Not too short. I had a real shorty. But I like to be honest, just for me, I just like about 5'3", 5'2", in between 5'2", 5'6", something like that. I like shorties. I don't know, I just like shorties for some reason. I'm not saying I don't like all of them, but I like all of them. But just for me, just for me, that I like shorties. For some reason, I don't know. I can't even figure out what it is. I just like shorties. It's not like I've never had, I like tall girls too, but I just like shorties for some reason. When it comes to girls, I just like little shorties. Yeah. Their legs. Hey, did you ever check out that one brother with the lady that's supposed to have, she's real tall, but she's supposed to have like the longest legs on earth, on the whole earth. This girl got the longest leg. I think she over in Europe. Her legs, her top of her waist is on top of your head, man. I said, man, that girl got some legs. Man, please, are you serious? Her legs are long, man. She probably can step over a door, a doorway or something, man. That girl got some legs on her. Long, extra long legs. Yeah. Now, that's not the reason I don't like, that I don't prefer like a taller girl. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I feel weird when girls are just tall. They just say, I don't know. Who knows? For me, it might be a trust factor now. Like, girl, I don't really trust you like that because you know what I mean? You kind of tall. Yeah, like I said, man, they was like that girl over there, man. That one, they like I said, they trying to say that, hey, you ain't no. And this was just something I pulled up. Let me see if I saved it. I'll look for it, brother. You know me. Let me see if I can find it. Just ignore the sound if y'all hear like sounds or something. I'm gonna see if I saved it. So the results of the Brittany Grinder case. Oh, that's the name, Grinder. Excuse the way I look. I just got done lifting. But I want to give my perspective as a professional athlete. I play professional volleyball, and I travel and live in different countries, literally for a living. Just for some background, I've lived in France, I've lived in Turkey, and I've lived in Korea. I want to start off by saying weed, in my opinion, should not be criminalized. It should not be a federal offense in any sort of way at all. I 100% do. But the one thing I can say about this girl's talking about it. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I think what a lot of people are missing here is it doesn't matter how. Is that you cannot dictate just because you're American. And I want you thick skull Americans to understand. You Americans from the United States. What I want you guys to understand is just because you feel privileged and you feel like America's like number one on everything, don't feel like you can just go to any country and do what you want to. Because there was a case back, I'm not even sure how many years ago it was. It might have been 20 years ago or something like that. I know Derek's only 22, so he might not remember. He's only an infant. It might not be that far back. Maybe it's only 5 years. I don't know. But somebody went over to Singapore. They was from America, and they were trying to trash the city up over there. And he got a cane whooping. They caned his ass, and the United States couldn't do nothing. They was trying to talk him out of cane. Don't cane him. And they cane you on your back. Your back is supposed, the way they hit you, your shit's supposed to swell up when they hit you. So they gave him a public caning. A caning? Or you don't even sound. It sounds better than hanging, but it just don't. Even if it's a cane, it don't sound good. Yeah. But like I said, a caning for going into somebody else's country and doing what you think you can do. You can't just do everything that you want to do just because, oh, I'm American, I can get over here. No. That's why we're talking about this whole Grinder case right now. So I don't know, but let me try to find it. Now, it's supposed to be looking. Supposed to be looking under stuff that looking under stuff that I saved up. Let me see. I might have it or I might not. They take these videos down so quick, man. It's like, it's crazy, man. I'll be losing like, I don't know, I lost like 10 videos in 1 week. Okay, I don't see it on here. Okay, but I'm going to do a search real quick just to see. Let me see if I know how to do a search. Do you know what her first name is, Derek? Okay. Is it Cynthia? Let me see if I can catch what Derek said. If Derek know her name. Derek called. What's it called? Derek Flog. Let me see what else he showed. But she could jump. She has a low ass voice. Oh shit! See, I don't trust her. Maybe that's why I don't trust. Maybe that's why I don't trust these girls this big, because they seem like I don't know, man. I don't want to be. You girls don't take it wrong. I don't. I just don't. When your voice is real heavy like that, I don't know. It just don't attract me for some reason. Oh, heavy ass voices. What you doing? In the morning, you wake up with them. Hey, good morning. They be like, well, good morning to you too. Like, oh wow. Derek said you can't travel somewhere else and act American. See the kid that got flogged there. Derek said flogged. Oh, here we go. Let me see what they got. You ever heard the sound here? Listen to this.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
That sound be cracking me up. No, that's not it. Yeah, they just talking about all of the.
I want to apologize to my teammates.
Oh, this is what you talking about?
Gemka, the fans, and the city of ECAT for my mistake that I made and the embarrassment that I brought onto them. I never meant to hurt anybody. I never meant to put in jeopardy the Russian population. I never meant to break any laws here.
Задержание в порядке 91-92 ПКРФ, положение статьи 49-51 ПКРФ не могут быть применены.
I want to apologize to my teammates.
Okay, that was it. I guess that was the interview. I can't find the one that I was just talking about. Yeah, but they said something. It was on there earlier. I just didn't save it. It'll pop back up. And once it pops up, then I'll have it for you. But anyway, yeah, she had got 9 years. Yeah. I seen the interview. Roy Jones was trying to save her, save everybody to send emails, whatever he was saying. He wants everybody to, try to get it, get her free. But hey, Russians ain't trying to hear that shit. Yeah. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that shit. But you found guilty. Okay. What else? What else we had? Okay, let's see.
Putin's going to capture a whole team of WNBA players. And then he's going to force prisoners of war to watch the WNBA players play.
Oh, that's stupid. Nah, I didn't want y'all to hear that one. That's crazy. They even got a little thing out now where they clowning Derek. They got a thing where they showing her new house where she at. Wow, they mean. And that's another reason to keep your nose clean. Don't get yourself in trouble and shit, because you're just gonna be a meme. People are not sensitive to whatever because of social media. People are not sensitive to you anymore like they used to be. People just give 0 F's about you. You do anything wrong, people are gonna come back and clown and say certain stuff. That's why when I talk on certain forums, I have certain things that I talk about. If you try to clown me, I'm just going to come back and I'm going to embarrass you, and then you're not going to come back no more. But if you're doing shit to where you can get clowned, guess what? That's what you're going to get. If you're doing stuff to where you can get clowned and talk bad about, they're going to cap on you, that's what you're getting. So you might as well just forget. There's no way out of it. And people don't care you're a celebrity or whatever you might be.
What happened to the damn deal that y'all cut? Nah, this girl get 9 damn years.
And of course you got all these females speaking up for her.
Calling Russia her second home at times.
Yeah, because they got a lot about it, but I just can't find that. I just haven't seen it. Because if they put it up, you know it's going down real quick. You know, if I find it, they're going to take it down real quick. Oh, here it is. They saying this. So,
Russian prison guards actually claiming Brittany is a guy.
let me replay. Let me see if I can replay it. Did you hear what he said? They got that old strange music in the background.
Russian prison guards actually claiming Brittany is a guy.
Yeah. So that's what I got on it. But we'll see. So they're saying that. And they showing it. I don't know if that's her or not. Got tattoos all over the chest and all like that. And don't got no shirt on. And that's definitely not a woman's chest for 100% for sure. Yeah, she's training over there. Maybe she got to play with the Russians or something like this. It's something else to it. I mean, they always hiding shit from us. There's always something else to it, man. I don't.
Results of the Brittany Griner case
I don't
just
really,
came out, and she'll
like
be
I
doing
said, I
9
don't.
years in a Russian.
And like I said, I don't trust nothing. I don't trust nothing that these people tell us. I let everybody else do all the trusting. That's what I let them do. I said, I let everybody else. If you want to trust, then that's what I'm going to let you do. Yeah. So. That's cray though. Oh well. It is what it is. That's not part of my family, so. And we would have told our family, hey, don't go over there and do nothing stupid. These countries, you can't go over these countries just doing what you want to. I'm American. I'm in charge of shit when I come over here. What you talking about, China? You go over there somewhere, your ass, they'll lock your ass up under conditions that are definitely unfavorable to you. And a lot of times you're not going to make it through that shit. They'll make it to where you're not going to live. They can kill your ass quick. And not even killing you, they can get rid of your ass. Solitary confinement with half a blanket or some shit. No bed, just in a hard ass pillow on the floor. And 23 hours of darkness or something. Believe me, that shit will psychologically tear your ass apart. That shit will tear you up. I don't care what you do. What you gonna do? You gonna do exercise and shit in the dark, not knowing where you at and all that the whole time? What you gonna do when it's light? Nothing to do. You can't, even though you can see, you ain't seeing nothing. That just don't do dumb shit to get these countries to where they gonna catch you, and they gonna get your ass. Simple as that. Who you got out there? Ortiz Jr. or you got Mickelson? Mickinson. Who you got, brother? 22-0. We got to stick with the American on that. Okay, me and Derek going with the American. We're going with America on this. Mickinson. Oh no, you got a chance. I didn't make you. I think Derek. I think you owe me a crow. I owe you a crow plate. I know it's Friday, but I'm quite sure that I owe you a crow plate. And of course, Hooker's back in there again. Not just Hooker, but Cobb is in there. You know, Cobb, the shit talker, talking shit about Earl and them, and got his ass knocked out last fight. And then we got Esparza versus Guzman. We got that coming up. And Smith versus Mason. Or Mason. Yeah, Mason. Super lightweight. 12-round fight. Undercard, we got Farias and Ryan. And Conlon and Mariaga again. And that's the featherweight fight. McKenna and Jenkins. That's over there with Yasser and McCrory. Parabon. And we got Serrano versus Carbajal. Looks like it. Those are all scheduled coming up. I didn't know Serrano was fighting again already. And we got Lee again. So Lee's supposed to be fighting again. Lee fighting Madera. Of course, I got to go with Lee. I'm going to go with Lee on that one. But I don't know where to find all these damn fights at. But I guess they're all, I don't know what station. A lot of them was on Fight TV and looks like, where we at? UK. I don't know. Oh, DAZN, Fight TV next week. Compa and Lopez, and that looks like that's going to be on ESPN Plus, Sky Sports Action, DAZN. So those are the three: Sky Plus, 4, and DAZN, and Fight. So four different stations. So y'all stay tuned for these fights. I don't know who you got. I'm just gonna go with the one fight because I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Get your ass up. Oh, Derek said they still got the Marine locked up over there also. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And then Derek Barry said, not until it happens to them. Then they want everybody's sympathy. Yeah. I cannot give, I'm not putting out, you know what the thing about me is that I don't like to give out excuses all the time. People love excuses. And I can't be one that keeps giving y'all excuses when you're grown, because guess what? You already done painted the narrative of how much better you are than older folks. I'm older than. If you're older than 29, you consider older now. We're all old and washed up. You're washed up at 29 now, or probably 25 now. Because all these youngsters, all these 16, from 16, you don't live now. You only lived it from 16 to 24. After 24, you become old now. It's a damn shame. It's because life expectancy is shortened in a lot of situations because of the way people live. But that's stupid though. But okay, you guys know every damn thing. But that shit happened to you, Derek, right? Then everyone, oh, please forgive us. We forgave you before you left. We told you don't do nothing stupid. That's my way of forgiving you, is telling you, hey, don't go out there and do something stupid, all right? So you can make it back. That's my way of saying, that's my sympathetic ear to you right there. My sympathetic ear is by just giving you some information that's going to keep you from getting effed up. And you get effed up anyway, that's on you now. I'm like, I told you. No matter how much I start crying, oh, that's my little sister, that's my brother. Oh, that's my niece, my nephew. They don't want to hear that shit. You might want to hear it. One WNBA player had his breast removed. Yeah. Wow. That might be maybe it's the same one, but this one don't look like nothing was removed. I seen the picture, brother. Let me see. I'll show it to you. Let's see. I don't even. To be honest, I don't know if I can blow it up. Let me see. I don't know if I can blow it up, and I don't know if that's him. But let me see. I'll put it up to the camera. See if you can see anything. What side? That side. Does that look like it? But that's the main picture right there. This one here. That's just cray. That's just cray, brother. Yeah, that's the whole thing. He said my mother worked with a Russian woman, and she said when people went to prison, either they never see you again, or you don't live long. If you don't get out. That's it. Some of them prisons, I'm telling people don't understand. Some of them prisons is bad. Some of them prisons is bad. They said, wow. Them prisons over there bad. I had a friend that went to. I had a friend that had. I ain't really proud to call him a friend because he was a little thief, a little extorting little ass. He was over there about to get us messed up. But they put his ass in a German jail. Then he went to Mannheim. And I heard Mannheim prison ain't nothing to be playing with. That's one of them old school, probably shit's been around since the 14th century or some shit. With them old rocks instead of bricks, big ass black gray rocks and shit. You got your, man, I can't even, man, that's the furthest thing from my mind, getting locked up like that, man. I mean, prisons ain't nothing nice, but damn, you want to go to a dark ass prison like that? You just imagine shit. They still got lanterns and shit up in there. You, man, you in trouble, but cobblestone roads and shit. Man, I ain't trying to. Yep. Dick said if Hooker wasn't out too long, I would pick him. Oh, okay. You can't pick him. Derek said, yeah, she was on the Jake card. Yeah. But his ass ain't fighting now, though, right? Or if he is fighting, I think he's about to fight that one kickboxer, the one guy that, what's his name, Adams or something like that. They're trying to get that fight. That one kickboxer with the shaved head, he's always on everything. He's doing podcasts. He's on all kinds of shows now, giving out advice and shit. Oh, okay. Derek said I didn't even watch the Danny Garcia fight. Yeah, but a lot of people thinking that Danny Garcia fight. Now, I mentioned earlier, but you guys couldn't hear me. But I was just saying, see, a lot of people feel that Danny Garcia, you know what I mean, his fans. Yeah, Derek said you can't play in other countries. No, hell no, you can't play in other countries. But Danny Garcia, his fans are the most delusional fans, I think, man, are the most, do I want to use delusional? Or I just want to say they overhype, man. They just too much. They kiss up to Danny so much, like, oh, he can't do nothing wrong or whatever. Danny, you did go in there talking about 154. You talking about how your power was and how you were supposed to be going to get us a knockout. I did not see the knockout, son. So I don't know. I didn't see a knockout. And I seen a fighter that was calling you to come forward and was willing to engage with you. Like he didn't care about trading punches with you. And you're such a big puncher. And you wanted a knockout, then why didn't you engage like that? There's questions marks out there for Danny Garcia fans. Because I know Danny Garcia fans, they still don't think Danny lost. They may think that Danny lost to Earl Spence, but they may be delusional enough to think that it could have went either way. Because they hate, the one thing about those, and that to me, these are different fans. These ain't really Philly boxing fans, because Philly boxing fans, they understand great fighters. And they respect you. If you're a great fighter, they respect that. But Danny's fans have always been, and I know some of you are not like that, so I'm not picking on all of you, but a lot of his fans have always been like that. Oh no, Danny, name a fight to Danny. I used to watch them on different forums getting fights. Like they would sit there like the whole time keyboard gangstering against somebody like, oh yeah, he got robbed on this fight. They think that he won the Porter fight. They think that he won the Thurman fight. They just always think he won a fight. Like he's never lost. He can't lose. He's just too good to lose because he out of Philly and they love him. And they love his crazy ass father. Come on, stop it. Stop the dumb shit. If you lose, sometimes you lose. All of us lose. I probably lost before. No, I'm just saying. But everybody lose, man. So y'all got to stop all that delusional shit. And from what I was seeing, for me watching it, it looked like, I don't know. They're trying to say that one of the judges was trying to rob you. I don't see it on not in this case. I just think that judge seen it just a different way. It was a close fight. Do I think you won? Probably won. Because I'm not going to go against what the judges say. You won. But you didn't fight like we thought you was going to fight because you supposed to get that KTFO. Everybody was all hyped like, oh, he going to get that knockout. And you didn't get the knockout. So you kind of scared us. You scared us and surprised us at the same time. So if you scaring us and surprising us, I don't know what you got in store. But I understand this. You at 154 now. And guess what? Why were you avoiding? Why are you talking about fighting Keith Thurman again? You said, oh, you want to fight Keith Thurman again. But you got people that's already calling your ass out. You done came up into their house, they already calling you out. What about Tony Harrison? They kept asking you about Tony Harrison, and you was like, after the Keith fight, you don't know, you'll come back and you'll fight. Wait, hold up. You at 154. You in somebody's division right now. You in somebody's division, they want you. Castagna might want you. A lot of people want you up there. Hurd might want you. There's a lot of smoke up there for you. Okay, Laura, somebody might be there and want you. People want you, man. So don't be talking about Keith or somebody back at 147. Don't talk about them. They're not up there yet. So if somebody else wants you, like Harrison, I would say to fight Tony Harrison. You want him. You fought on the championship level before. He lost a couple. You both got something in common. You both lost your championships. Get in there and fight him. He gonna, cause Harrison is gonna whoop your ass. That you already know that. That's why you don't want him, cause he's gonna whoop your ass. He's too slick. You ain't gonna be catching him with that bullshit. He's gonna school the shit out you. They said, yeah. A lot of these fans are delusional as hell. Yep. He said, right, Benavidez wanted all the smoke. Danny wanted to try it and stick and move. Danny is not he's a flat-footed fighter. He's not no stick and move fighter. Yeah, but also now you a stick and move fighter. But you wasn't talking to us like you was a stick and move fighter. You was talking to us like, yeah, I'm about that action, son. I'm about to go in there and do what I gotta do, man. That's how Danny roll, man. You was letting us know that's how you roll, but man, we can't see that no more. I don't know, brother. I don't know. I don't know if we can say that's true or not. Okay, we'll just go with it. But right now, I don't know. I don't know if I can go with that shit, though. Derek said they all trying to cash out, in my opinion. That's probably so. Derek said, no, he don't want Castagna or Harrison. Yeah. We're going to see what you pull, because now, and this is another thing, and I heard somebody bring this point up, and like I said, I'm not going to start a whole lot of shit with nobody. I'm just not going to. But when you and Ryan Garcia, you guys start pulling the mental disease type of shit, I don't know how much of a warrior you guys are, because guess what? We're all going through this whole COVID shit too. Your father tried to defend you, because of the COVID, because of this and that. Danny's down, depressed. Come on, y'all stop it. Why you back into boxing? What it is that Earl Spence, he does something to fighters, and people just aren't figuring this out. I've seen it. Because I observe when he fighting you, I look at it real close. And that's why Danny Garcia still doesn't want to give Earl Spence credit, but he's calling Earl Spence, he said he's a middleweight. He said Earl Spence is a middleweight in a welterweight body. So that just shows you that Earl, like I said, Earl is consistently hitting you hard. He just don't hit you like power punches until he gets you like beat up. And see, Danny knows that. That's why he calling Earl a middleweight. But he still think he would have beat Earl. You're not beating Earl. You don't have the mindset to beat Earl Spence. Earl Spence is going to beat the shit out you again if you fight him again. And your fans can get mad at me if they want to, but if Earl Spence fights you again, you're just going to get beat up again. Because you was ready. You said before the accident you was more ready for Spence. Nah. You wouldn't have been more ready for Spence. Not before the accident. You wouldn't have been more ready. Because Earl had just came off of his, he had just got back with Blu-ray and all that. No. You didn't want that. Now he got a nutritionist, so he knows how he can he gets his weight down even, better. So, yeah, he comes in all lean and shit. So as he eat, he going to be up to 150 something. 150, 160 as soon as he eat. Because he don't have to come in as thin as he used to. That's what a lot of people is not understanding that about Earl Spence. Earl Spence does not have to come in as small. He's coming in just cut just right. He's coming in at the like very lean. To as soon as he eats, that the water and everything's gonna get back into the muscles and everything's gonna get fed. Not like when you drain yourself, because when you drain yourself, you lose all your strength, and all you really gaining is water weight. But now he's doing it the right way. You're gonna get your ass whooped up there messing with them 154 pounders. Because you're not, the thing about it, Benavidez is not Harrison or Castano. Castano is going to be able to hit you. Harrison is going to be able to hit you. You're not going to be able to do the same. You ain't going to outbox. You might try to outbox Castano for a while, but he's going to catch you. Because you seen how he caught Charlo. And then you should be talking. You should have been talking about Charlo instead of talking about them two anyway. That's your energy coming in. Oh, I want Charlo next. You should have came in talking shit. Especially if you got Bud, and Bud is hollering for Charlo. Because Bud think he want Charlo. I don't believe Bud want nobody, to be honest. And everybody always think I pick on Bud. Here come the Bud hate. Here come the Broner hate. Everybody think I'm picking on Bud all the time. Bud should have made this fight already. He talking about it's going to happen. No, come on. Stop it. I stopped looking forward to it. If it happened, it's cool, but I stopped looking forward to it. I'm going to be honest with you. I just stopped looking forward to it. If it happens, cool, but I just stopped looking forward to it because it seemed like that for me, the time limit has expired. Like the time limit to really get the fight done, like, oh, we really want this fight. That shit already expired already. That shit like old milk right now. That shit is expired, man. Because you at the fight, you watching the fight, you went out to the ocean, you looking for big fish and all this other shit. You did all that talking, and the fight ain't made yet. I don't know what the hell you waiting on. Get the fight made. He probably shitting on himself like, oh shit, I got to fight Earl. Earl ain't gonna play with you, and plus you think you're gonna beat the shit out of Earl. If you're gonna beat the shit out of Earl, like you said, then that's gonna be a good fight. Because first of all, soon as the first bell rings, when the bell rings, and I watch that fight, if you're not beating the shit out of Earl from as soon as the bell rings, if you just not whooping his ass like you beating the shit out of Earl, as soon as the bell rings, then you're fraud. And you damn right I'm hard on anybody because I'm going by your mouthpiece. I'm going by your mouthpiece, and I'm going by the frustration that we have to go through for watching y'all and putting up with y'all and listening to y'all. Because I'm not nice to none of y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not nice to nobody. Errol Spence can get it. If he's running his mouth like that, anybody can get it. Everybody know in Eagles Web who can get it. Anybody. I can get it. Derek Beatty can get it. Anybody can get it. We ain't going by your color, nothing like that. White can, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican get it. Venezuelan can get it. French man can get it. German man can get it. Don't matter. Russian, all of them. Anybody can get it. So just stop with all the, I don't know, you a clown. You made yourself into a clown. And I'm not saying I don't like you. I still like you before your mouthpiece and getting some paperwork signed. You a clown. Shit, you just supposed to have one like a nice lawsuit and all that. Right? If you want a lawsuit, then you got that paper, you got that money. Stop. Everybody say that's right. Right, that's why he didn't beat Spence. No. Because all the mouthpiecing ain't going to get you a win. He was tucking and folding in that fight too. He was fighting kind of like Mikey Garcia. If you go back and look at some of the highlights, he was folding up too. And his father was telling him, you can't win not throwing punches, more or less. You couldn't throw nothing. No, the jab. He said, Earl don't have nothing. Before the fight, what he said, Earl didn't have nothing but maybe a jab, if anything. Earl didn't have nothing special. I'm getting tired of these fighters that don't have nothing special whooping people's ass. Oh, you ain't got nothing special. And Colbert, you better do something. You better win. Because you talking a whole lot of mess. You talking about fighting Tank. You talking about fighting everybody. You and Gary Russell Jr. got into it. And Gary Russell Jr. told you to start playing. He said, stop playing, shorty. He said that your last fight that you got beat up. That you got beat up on your last fight. He fought hurt. So he might be out for another year. He's not going to be around that long if he can't get his shoulder together. He stays in shape, though. Everybody said, right, the fight still haven't been made. Yeah, right. What are we doing, Crawford? You finally, Earl got his win. He said what he was going to do. I'm going to get these belts, and I'm coming for you. Now what? You beating the shit out of somebody. If I'm beating the shit out of somebody, my paperwork would have already been signed. Because I'd have been like, rematch. If you rematch me, okay, I'm going to take this amount. But after I whoop your ass, if you rematch me, I whoop your ass again, then I'm taking this amount. Man, that's just only common sense. It just comes straight to people that think. He ain't, I'm telling you, brother, I respect you, but you're not much of a thinker sometimes. You just not much of a thinker. Yeah. Yeah. But the last time we seen Broner was in February 21, right? I don't even remember the fight. I don't remember if he won. I don't even remember the fight. But we're going to see. Okay, but Virgil Ortiz and Minkinson, they're looking at each other all crazy, man. You got to go look at their little stare-off just to see. But even here, I'm looking at these little highlights, and I'm seeing Danny getting checked in his chin by Benavidez. And Benavidez is steady coming forward. Like what? Ain't none of your shit hurting. So your power moving up to 154, it ain't. A lot of times that power you be thinking, that power is just not as good as you think it is. We're gonna see. We'll see once you get up in there. But even though Bernard Hopkins is saying it's over with for Jake Paul, no. He got too many fans. He just mad because he probably done made more money than you have in your whole career off of just a couple of fights. Yeah. And just because and Cobb is coming in, like Cobb does look like a bodybuilder. He is coming in jacked, but just because you come in looking like a bodybuilder don't mean shit. You mess around and get your ass. Maurice Hooker end up beating your ass, but we'll see. Yeah, sure. And soon we got the Joshua fight coming up. But we're going to talk more about it, man. Adrian Broner, stop being a clown. You should have did a proper... I'm just saying, I'm going to give you my assessment of Adrian Broner before I go. When it came to Brian Custer and his interview. So the way that I was looking at the interview is I think you should have respectfully went ahead and did the interview, and you should, if you had to say anything about the forum that the interview was on, you should have said that right before you left. Maybe you said something like, okay, next time Brian Custer, I expect to see you on, live and not on computer, something like that. That's all you had to say. You couldn't have been an adult about it and did it in a better way than you did it. You just put Brian Custer on the spot and everything else. He a professional. All you had to do is be a professional. I expect to have a nice, long interview with you. Invite me over to the booth after I get this win so we can talk. But you didn't even do that. You just made a clown out of yourself. And I know I don't belong to your club because Derek and them excluded me because I got 8 pages, 400 questions, I think 8 interviews and 400 questionnaire before I can be on Broner's team. So I'm not worried about that anymore. So it is what it is, and I'll let Derek and them protect you. Yeah, Gary had his surgery. He said, yeah. I thought Bud had dropped the lawsuit. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation about the lawsuit. Is that Aram said there's no lawsuit or whatever, but Can you believe Aram? They say probably has, yeah. But we're gonna see when Broner get his ass up in there, man. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend, man. That's all I can say. I'm still trying to recover. Once I get better, I don't even know. I think I still might go to the city tomorrow just because we talked about it in here. I might not be able to do what I usually do, but shit, just going out there, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun, man. No matter what I do. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all to come in here and mess with me at Eagles Web Boxing. This is Friday. This has been the Friday wrap. And a little bit of discussion about, we didn't get all the way into it about Danny being pound for pound. We know that was one of Eagles' BS conversations, but I like to do that shit just to mess with people. Because I like to do that because the fans. I know that his fans is probably, oh, Danny number one now. Because I know how y'all act. I know y'all thinking that, oh, yeah, he the GOAT. I already know. Oh, he ain't really lose none. Earl got lucky. I know. I don't want him to get hurt and beat up real bad, but I would just like to. I have to be there. I have to be around when you fans watch your boy get beat up really bad. I just got to be there. You know what I mean, Derek? I want to be there so I can. I just want to hear the excuses or whatever. I just want to hear what you guys got to say. Like, oh yeah, well this and that happened. I just want to hear it. Hey, Derek, did you go check that out yet? You go check out that late, man, that I told you about, brother. Stop playing me. Stop playing with me, man. Go check out that lake. Derek don't even want to go to Iowa. He don't even want to go to the lake over there. I don't want to go fishing over there, Eagle. Man, we had said Hudson Bay, man. We had said he just. Do you want to fly that long? You know how long it takes to. You can fly to Europe faster, Derek. Where you at? You can fly to Europe faster than you can fly to Alaska. Even though Alaska, the United States, Alaska is a long ass flight. You're gonna be flying to Alaska forever. You're gonna be on that plane forever trying to get to Alaska. You're gonna feel like sleeping. I was talking about Danny. Now I was talking about Danny. I said when Danny get beat up, because of his fans, and I'm like I said, I'm not hoping you get beat up. It's just that maybe you need to get beat up. Just I want to see your fans' reaction because you guys always do the same type of shit. And the thing is, I just would like to hear the excuses. It would be nice if we can go forward in time to have somebody get beat up just to see what their fans say, and then go backwards in time and then have the fight never happen to where they got beat up. We can't do that, but if it was, the best case scenario for us to see it, yeah. He said, but in Alaska, we can fish and hunt a grizzly and a moose. Derek, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, brother. Just because you big city, don't mean your ass is big forest or big country, brother. Don't get that shit twisted, man. I ain't really messing, like, worried about grizzlies as much. But a moose is a different story. A moose he ain't gonna give up no ground. It's gonna be a relentless pursuit on that ass. And you my brother and everything. But if you got a moose on your ass, guess what? You got a moose on your ass. Because Eagle gonna be gone. Eagle gonna be flying the hell away. I'm gonna be like, where Derek at? Oh no. Fucking with that moose back there. No. I ain't worried about grizzlies. A moose. Because grizzlies, they usually they stay away. A moose, those cattle like that, because moose is like, those type of animals, moose, bulls, and that shit, once they get their eyes set in on you, they just trying to hurt you. That's it. A bear, you could just like, you might do something and make a bear leave or something. You might flash a flashlight at a bear. You'd be like, I don't know what that is. I'm going to just go over here. But a moose, once they lock in on your ass, that's all over with, brother. And plus, I seen one. Like, I seen that wild boar and I saw that moose. I seen animals that is too big, like the buffalo. I seen the buffalo with the head that's Their head is this big, man. A buffalo's head is big as a coffee table. Man, F that, son. Let me get out of here messing with Derek. Derek shall put the moose in the headlock, Eagle. Yeah. You'll put him in that headlock, your ass is going to be... Yeah, I want to see that. Let's see it. Hey, if that happened, brother, you know I want to see that, man. I got to have all my cameras got to be hot. My video got to be running good. All my video, my still shots. Shit, I ain't gonna have no memory in my phone, man. If I watch that shit would be hilarious. I'll be dying. Look at Derek. Derek got his ass in the head like he chicken. He gonna ram your shit into a tree, partner. He said, "You'll see me riding the moose." He said 100. Yeah, I'm gonna see that moose take your ass off into the woods somewhere. Ah! You gonna holler, brother, up and down them rocks until he ram your ass into something. Shit, you just can't get tired. You can't let go. If you get a moose by his head, you can't let go of his ass forever. You gotta wait till he start huffing and puffing and shit. When he start huffing and puffing and you can get away, then that's the only way you gonna get away, brother. I'm gonna catch y'all, man. I got to mess with Derek out here, but I'm gonna catch y'all. That damn Derek Bailey. Derek said, "I got this moose." He said, "I don't know what y'all thought." I got this motherfucker. Oh, shit. Peace, brother.